we just hope that you feel all very special and loved.
Yes, the aim of Girls of Grace is to just show us girls just how much we are loved by God and our true identity.
As different as can be, I've noticed you're remarkably relaxed. I'm overly uptight. We balance out each other nicely. You wear sandals in the snow. In midsummer, I still feel cold. We're opposites in every way. I can't resist it when you say hello. How are you, my darling? Today, fall to pile on the floor. Puppy love's hard to ignore. When every little thing you do, I do it, adore.
To me and asked if I could speak to everybody, and I'm like, yeah, sure, sounds great. And she goes, and I'm like, okay, so what am I going to speak about? And she said about value, about how you guys, to feel self-worth and to feel like you're worth something and things like that. And I was like, that is such a great topic. And I went home and had to think about it, and I wanted to share with you something. So you know how we're girls, right? We go through our day, we wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror, you're just like, oh my goodness, I don't want to go to school today. My hair is horrible, my clothes just don't sit right, just everything is just wrong, and you feel that way, and we all feel that way, and I feel that way, your mom feels that way, your grandmother probably feels that way, we all do, and we all go through that. And so, I'm going to share a little bit of my testimony, sort of like a part of it. So, when I went through high school, I felt exactly what you girls feel like. I did not like myself at all, completely hate all. And, it was like I didn't want to face the world, I didn't want to get out of my room, I didn't want to do any of that sort of stuff, and I went through like a really depressing sort of point in my life. And there was this one moment where we went to church, and I had taken all my friends and stuff to youth, and we were listening to this really awesome message and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking my friends to youth, my friends are going to get saved, I'm doing such a good thing, it was all about how I'm wonderful and I'm helping everybody else. But I went to church, and that was a moment where like my life sort of like took another step and changed. And so the preacher was preaching this message that really spoke to me. And it was like, because before I look in the mirror, completely not like myself, could not stand looking at myself, the person facing back at me in the mirror, did not like it at all. And what the preacher said that really stuck to me was, when you look in the mirror and when you say, I don't like that face that's looking back at me, I don't like that my hair looks this way, I don't like that my skin looks this way, I don't like this about me, you're pretty much telling God that he made the wrong thing. You're pretty much saying to God, hey God, you made a mistake. You stuffed it up when you made me. And it just like hit me. And how horrible is that? Like, we know who God is. We know how amazing he is. And he created everything. And he's wonderful and amazing. And so whenever we say to ourselves that we don't like the way we look, or that we're not good enough, you're telling God that he did something wrong. And oh my goodness, that hit me. I was like, how dare I tell God that he did something wrong? How dare I tell him that he made a mistake when he made me? And it totally changed the way I saw myself. Like, I would look in the mirror after that, and so I would still struggle with the way I saw myself, but I started to look at things differently. I started to look, hey, I see that I don't like this, but maybe that's exactly the way God wanted me to be. I see that, oh, I don't really like the way I look in this, but maybe that's exactly the way I was meant to be.
Time to ignore when every little thing you do, I do, adore.